So YouTube, welcome to another video. My name is Richard. For those of you that don't know me, so the name is Richard. You're welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be about me building a SOC environment. It's going to be a mini SOC environment. I'm going to be setting up some VMs and just basically working with that. And we are going to be using the ELK stack. The ELK stack is a SIEM. I'm just going to give you a little brief explanation of what a SOC means and also what a SIEM is. So basically, a SOC means a Security Operations Center. This is a place where you have your basically your cybersecurity analysts, your security analysts, your incident analysts, where they actually monitor like the traffics, they monitor like the data that goes on in an organization, everything from logins, from failed logins, probably like a brute force attack, basically everything going on in that organization. Um, the SOC team actually monitors it. So that's what a SOC is. Then what a SIEM is a security information event management. It's a tool basically used to like correlate all data from different devices all together into a centralized management. And in that centralized place, which is the SIEM, which is what we're going to be using, you can actually see like all your datas, all traffics, everything basically going on in the organization. And the SIEM we're going to be using today is called the ELK stack. So the ELK stack basically stands for Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. Kibana is a web GUI. Kibana is basically what gives you a visualization of what you're going to be doing and how you can actually query your logs. Um, the Elasticsearch is a database where you can actually now store the logs. So we have the database where you can store the logs. We have Kibana, which is the GUI where you can actually see those logs. And the log stash is a pipeline. So a log stash, you could use two different ways. It is telemetry. Two different ways you could like get those logs or those data into the SIM itself. I'm trying to make this simple. I don't want to make it so difficult for people to understand. So it's like the log stash actually is a pipeline. Like it takes you could use an Elastic agent. Basically, that's what I'm going to be using. So you basically install an Elastic agent onto the devices you have, and those devices basically send the information, all information going on that system, basically to the Elasticsearch, which is the database that stores all your information. So we're going to be installing Elastic agents on the devices, and those devices are going to be they're going to be transferring all those informations basically into our Elasticsearch. So without wasting time, I'm just going to dive straight into it. But before I go straight into it, I want to actually create a logic diagram so I can have like a visualization of what I'm trying to do. So we're going to create a logic diagram right now. So let's just go straight into it. Yeah, I'm just going to show everything on my screen. So we're going to go to Drawio. I mean, I'll be looking down maybe. My camera's right here. I got my screen right here. So, we'll just see how that works. So we're going to go to draw.io, basically to IO. Okay. Uh, I've done this before, so I'm just going to cancel this. We're going to do it again. Create a new diagram. Yeah, blank. We're going to name this, I don't know, Stock Lab. Excuse me. I've been having a lot of apple juice, so I don't know but yeah. So we're gonna basically call this the sock the all caps sock diagram. Yeah, did I get it right? So I spell diagram? Yeah, I think so. Um so yeah, first things first is we're gonna actually create servers. So we're going to search for servers here. Servers. Let's see if anything comes up. Oh yeah. So we're gonna create like I want like a traditional server. I just want like a simple server, you know. Yeah. So drag that onto here. Control D. You know, we're gonna duplicate that. I think we're gonna need six. Yeah, in my note, yeah, I need six. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's just space everything out. Space it out. Space it out. Okay. So yeah, then let's see. Rectangle. Yeah. Um, this to the front, not to the back. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to create a logic diagram. So I'm just trying to actually just create like a visualization of like the systems, like the devices I'm gonna use, and also like how like we're gonna, you know, attack the systems and also like see those logs basically. Basically, this is what a security analyst would probably do, you know what I mean? So let's see. I'm gonna select text. So we're gonna be actually doing this in the cloud. We're gonna be doing this in the cloud. So I should be using Azure. That's my plan. I should be using Azure. Um, that's what I plan to use. Um, so we're gonna name everything. So this server is gonna be our ELK. So we're just going. This is gonna be the ELK server. ELK. I'm just gonna leave it ELK. We're also gonna have a device. This is gonna be a Windows device. So we're gonna do Windows server, basically. Windows server, RDP, because we're gonna be using RDP. RDP means a remote desktop protocol. It's just a way of you actually just logging into like the system remotely. That's what it means. RDP enabled, enabled. Okay, then we're also gonna use an Ubuntu server. An Ubuntu server is basically like a Linux system, basically, you know. Linux is just an operating system. Don't even think too much about it. Uh, uh server, SSH enabled. Okay. Um, what else do we need? So we're gonna also have our fleet server. We're gonna create a server also for like the fleets, basically having everything all together in one place so we can actually, it's quite good for like, you know, when you want to like create policies and you want those policies to be actually be enabled on every system all at once, because it's quite difficult when you're trying to, you know, enable like policies individually. So when you basically install the agents like the Elastic agents basically on each device, you can just all put them onto a centralized system, which is this fleet server that can manage everything all together. So that's what this is going to be, the fleet server. We're also going to have an OS tickets, OS ticket system. Server, then this is going to be C2. This one, that's going to be the control, command and control. Basically, it's a way of like probably like like the attacker basically having control to be able to like connect back to like the systems. Basically, that's what it C2 is, a command and control. It's like a botnet basically. Someone has that system and they can use that to actually communicate over to your own device. So we're just gonna call this C2 C2 server. Okay. You know what? I'm actually gonna take the C2 out of here because I don't think I might be using the cloud for that one. Um, okay, let's see. Let's search for VPC. VPC. Search for private cloud. Yeah. Um, so basically, I'm gonna connect all the servers together. Let's see. So we got this down here. I'm trying to like how the networks are kind of like going to connect to each other. So I need an arrow. Um, okay. Um, there's a server Ubuntu or Windows server. No, I'm gonna move you down here, put you up here. I didn't even know I could do that. I could actually just do that instead. Put you on this other side, put you here, put you here. Oh no, you know what? I'll put you on the middle here. So this is the completed diagram basically, like for what we're going to be doing, for like the project basically. As you see up on the top right here, that's going to be the SOC analyst laptop. That's going to be me. Well, everything's going to be me, but just to let you know. So at the top right here, we got the SOC analyst laptop. So we're going to be connecting to the ELK, the web GUI, like I said, like at the start of the video basically. We got the attack laptop also right here, and we have our C2 server, basically just like a botnet, basically. It's a remote way, basically, of connecting back to the compromised system, basically. So then we have. Oh, I gotta change this because that should be Azure. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, so that's Azure. Yeah. So we're gonna be connecting through a VPN gateway. Then we got the private network here. The network is gonna be 172.31.0.0/24. So we're gonna be having about 255 IP addresses we could use. But we're not going to be using that much. Um, yeah, you can see right there, it says the IP range, and our subnet max is going to be 255.255.255.0. Um, on the blue, we got the Elastic and the Kibana. That's going to be our SIEM. Basically, that's where we're going to be doing a lot of like the queries, where we're going to be looking at the alerts, looking at the logs that we're going to be ingesting from our various devices. We're also going to have an OS tickets, which is a ticketing system. That's what this guy is here. That's going to be the OS tickets. Um, and we're gonna have three machines basically. So we're gonna have the Ubuntu server, which is the Linux machine. We're gonna have the fleet servers that's gonna be managing both the Windows server and the Ubuntu machine. Then obviously the last one is the Windows server. So So let's go right straight into it. That's basically like the whole diagram for, just like you have an idea of how you want to make things work. So we're going to start with deploying server which we're going to use to actually create the ELK. So just before we do that, the first thing, of course, we're going to do is to create a network, which is the VPC, a virtual private cloud network, that connects all our devices all together. Well, I already did that because I was just trying to like test out the lab to make sure everything was good. So before starting the video, I already deployed the server and like I saw everything was fine. So I know hopefully everything's going to be good this time. We're not going to have anything, stopping us. So I already created the virtual network. So we got the IPA range of 172.31.0.0/24. That's a 254 IP address, range that we have in our use. So let's just go straight into it. Let's deploy a server. Now we're going to click deploy new server. So we're going to go to Europe. So we're going to pick London because that's closest to me. And what this actually means is, like where the closest data center is to you, so you can have a good utilization of like the bandwidth, you can have very good, connection. All right, so we pick London, memory, let's see what we're gonna need. We need a 4P4 CPU, yeah, 60 gig RAM. Okay, I think I'm going with this one. So that's a 4V CPU, that's a virtual CPU with a 60 gig RAM and a 80 gig storage. So I'm gonna go with this one. Um, then I think we could just go to configure software. We're gonna name this. What are we gonna name this? Server name. I'm just gonna use my name. Oh, I already got my name there. I chose ELK. That's the Elastic Logstash and Kibana. We're gonna disable auto backup because we don't need that. It's just only gonna make us. We're just gonna charge us more for that. Um, we haven't even picked the operating system actually. So we need an Ubuntu machine. I need a 22.04 with an x64 bits. Yeah, so I need that one. Then, yeah, I think that's all. Already have the IP. We're going to go with the VPC network. And I think that's it basically. Already got the IPv4 clicked and we got the VPC. So that means basically we're going to get the IP address within the range we gave it. We're going to have like a static IP range. So let's deploy that. It shouldn't take time to actually, get deployed. We're just going to give it a few minutes. You can see right here is it stolen. For those of you that don't know what a virtual machine is, a virtual machine basically is a device that we could connect to remotely. It's actually hosted on a hypervisor um, in their own data center. That's the provider's data center. So we connect to those devices remotely. And since this is going to be an Ubuntu machine, we're going to be connecting it through the SSH terminal. So once that's installed, we're going to, get into it. Just going to give it a few minutes, let's just wait for it. Um, so let's connect through the Windows PowerShell, SSH, root, no, SSH roots, it's a mistake. With the IP address. Okay, then the password, is that in there? We're already in. I think I'm still gonna just update. I'm still gonna update the server again.
because we don't know. Since it's a new server, we need to update it again. Update and apt dash get upgrade hy. So we're just gonna wait for the update. Guys, you haven't just, I don't know, just bear with me, Like I said, everything is all new to me. Making content, man, like, doing all of this. So I'm bound to make some mistakes, or we learn from our mistakes. I've been working hard, pushing myself, trying to do this, uh, you know, so I'm glad. So we got that out of the way. We've updated the server, so now we're going to download the Elasticsearch one more time. Copy the link. Then wget, paste that link there, download. And now it's actually moving faster. Can you imagine that? It's way faster now. So we already got that in on clear. Let's just see if we got it ls. That means list. As you can see, we got the Elasticsearch right here. So now we're going to install this basically, and we're going to install this using the command dpkg-i, and the file name is Elasticsearch. Yeah. So we're basically installing it right now. All right, that's done. That's really good. So we got the security auto configuration information right here. This is quite important because it has the super user and the password basically for the super user. Just basically, if you come into you probably need to change the password, for the Elasticsearch. So this information here is quite important. So I'm just going to copy this right here. And it also tells you the command if you want to change it. As you can see, you can complete the following action at any time. Reset the password, create an enrollment token because we need that. Generate an enrollment token for Elastic nodes. Yeah. So I'm just going to paste this in the notes. Trusted notepad here. And yeah. So let's move on basically. So now we're going to change. I'm just going to clear this out. Let's just make sure we have that in the notes. We don't want to lose this information. Yeah. Okay. I think I might want to just save this. Save. Hmm. Um. Oh, security information. I just save this security information. Okay. I'll just save that out. Yeah, just to make sure. Save it to desktop. Yeah. Okay. So now we can play our scaling. Yeah. So we'll go cd, you know, etc/Elasticsearch. You know, hmm. Okay, so I think it was just a misspelling because I was able to get there now. So I'm just gonna do it again. cd/etc/Elasticsearch. So the thing with the Linux command line is very case sensitive. You gotta be careful with everything you type in. Your words actually do matter. It being a capital letter or a small letter, everything really matters. And you really know that can really frustrate you because you could spend hours just trying to figure out what's wrong, not knowing it's just a letter. So now we're in the Elasticsearch directory, and ls. So we're going to be configuring a file, and the file we're configuring is basically the elasticsearch.yaml. Basically, that file has all the configurations basically for the, like the service itself. So that's the file we're going to be going into right now. And go Nano. So Nano is basically a tool you could use to configure like files basically. So Elasticsearch.yml. And you can see that's basically all the configurations for this file. Now, what I actually do want to change here is just the IP address. So we're going to be changing the IP address. We're going to insert our own personal IP address into it. I just need to find that. Nope, probably past it. Okay, yeah, it is. So we're going to be changing this IP address basically to the VM's IP address. That's what we want. I don't know why it's acting so slow. Come on. Oh no, this is so slow, guys. I don't know if you can see this on your end, but it's so slow. Okay. Now the IP address, I'm so glad it's up here, so I could just type that in. So we got 45.76.128.93. I just want to be sure, so I'm actually going to check that out. 145.76.128.93. Okay, 45.76.128.93. I think that's good. Yeah. So now we have the IP address changed, and we're also going to open the port actually, which is port 9200. Damn, this is really acting up. All right, so we've got the port open. So now we're going to save this. So Control X and Y and enter. All right, I think that's good. So once we have that set now, I'm actually going to configure the firewall rule because I don't want everyone basically being able to connect to the ELK server. So I'm actually going to configure that. So we're going to go minimize that, then set firewall rules, firewall. I think we could set firewall rule. Okay, yeah, firewall rule. So we're going to be creating a new firewall rule. We're going to name this SOC SOC project. Yeah, I'll just name it the SOC project. SOC project. As you can see, it already has a default SSH role that we could connect to port 22, which is the SSH port. any source. Um, so I'm gonna change this basically. Um, I'm gonna change this this source basically to my IP address, you know. So I'm the only one who's gonna be able to connect to the server, and we're gonna click apply. Okay, I think that's all we need to do for now here. So let's go back to the server. So now we're gonna start the service basically. Um, let's start the service. So we're gonna say system CTL daemon dash reload. In case you guys are wondering, I got my main laptop here, the SOC analyst laptop right in front of me. Then I got my screen on the side, so that's why I'm everywhere literally. And my camera is right here, you know. But we got the command systemctl daemon dash reload. So we're trying to start the Elasticsearch, basically start the servers. And let's do system enable Elasticsearch service. I think that's good. Created, okay. I think that's good. And now we're gonna go with system dot. So I'm gonna start the service now. Just give it a couple of seconds. I don't think it's gonna take that long, honestly. You know. Yeah, see, done. So let's check the status of that service just to know if it's good. So to check the status, is command basically is system CTL status. I don't want to waste so much time trying to write down the whole thing. So as you can see, it's actively running, which is great. That is great news. We can see we're making progress. I'm so happy. So now we got the Elasticsearch service running. So what we're gonna do next is install Kibana basically. So that's the next thing we're gonna do. I'm just gonna clear this out of my screen so we could see. Um, yeah, so for Kibana, we're just gonna do the same thing basically, but basically just repeating the whole setup we did for Elasticsearch. So I'm just gonna search for Kibana download. Yeah. So remember, same thing, Debian 86, and copy the link, and let's go back here. Get paste that link there, and that's gonna do the download for us right quick. So we're having that downloaded right now. Let's see it moving. No. Okay, guys. So I've been able to download. I don't know if I can. Oh, I feel like the service is just horrible today. Honestly, like everything is slow, or it's not going to stop us. If you can see right here, we already have the file downloaded right here. All I just have to do right now is install it. So ppkg ppkg. All right. So we're actually basically installing Kibana right now. It's just gonna give us. We're just gonna give it a few minutes, basically. I don't even know what's wrong, but the whole service is moving very slow, like my typing, and it doesn't feel nice. It's not making it so smooth as I want it to be, but you gotta work under pressure, you know, smile through it, I'm glad we're actually getting it done. Let's just change it to the directory where we have the Kibana configuration files. So we say cd/etc/Kibana. Okay, you can see that word there, and ls. So this is the file I was trying to get to, this one, kibana.yaml. So cd/kibana.yaml. Oh, not really. I could just nano that. Okay. So we're doing the same thing basically. We need to change the IP address and also the ports. I just need to find it. Probably passed it already. So yeah, we're going to have a host and change this. So we're going to change this from the local host basically to IP address of this machine. Um, if I can remember, 45 dot 76 dot 98 dot, I can't remember the last one. Let's just see what the last one is. Let's see if I even got it right. Um, you can see what I'm saying. I think it's my Wi-Fi. I think it's my Wi-Fi. That's why it's so slow and it's just so annoying. You know, it's really, really annoying. Let's just go back to compute. It's so slow. Okay, I was actually one wrong. It's 128 and 93. So we go 128 or 93. So we go 45, 76 to 128 or 93. So I think that's it. Then Control X, Y, and save. Okay, I think we're good here. I think we're good. So now that we have that installed, we're gonna basically start the service also. So if I can find systemctl, make my job a little bit more easy. Oh, oh, okay, we found it. So systemctl then reload systems, enable, you know, Kibana servers. Okay, then systemctl start. Oh no, start Kibana the servers. Okay, then let's just check the status of it to make sure it's running. Okay, actively running also. That is good. I'm just going to check the Elasticsearch again to see if it's running. System status Elasticsearch. Okay, you can see that it's running also. We got both our service running, which is where we want to be at, so which is great. I'm just gonna clear the screen. So right now we're gonna actually generate an enrollment token for Kibana itself. If you remember when I downloaded like the Elasticsearch, remember what I actually copied, the security configuration. So there's a command there basically that tells us how to, generate an enrollment token because we basically need that token to be able to connect to the Elasticsearch GUI itself, or you'll see it along the way. Um, so for Kibana, we need to go to cd slash user, you know, slash user share Elasticsearch slash bin. Okay, then ls. Yeah, you can see that right here. Elasticsearch creates enrollment token. So this is what we want. That is what we're going to be working with. So we're going to type in the command basically to execute that. And remember, we got to be careful with these commands because they can be serious issues. I won't even lie. Let me auto complete that, but it's not letting me do it. Okay, it did now. Then dash dash. So just give it a couple of seconds. Oh, great. So that is our enrollment token. So I'm actually just going to copy this out and also paste in our trusty notepad. Um, just going to create another one, paste it there. I'm just going to give her a name, enrollment. Enrollment token. All right. So we have that there. So now, notice the pods. Let's see. I already have the port open, you know. So let's see. I think we're going to connect over to uh the website now, the website itself. So HTTP. So that's the iPod text, transfer protocol. For those that know about networking, TCP and the IP protocol, you know. Um, so we're gonna put in the IP address basically. Um, 45.128.93. Because we also need to put the port number. I think it's 5601. I think I remember that to be 5601. Let's see. Let's see if we can connect to that web server. Taking time. Let me make sure that's the right IP address. Let's just cut that out. You couldn't connect to it, but let's just see if that's the right port number. So we're gonna say cat etc. Basically, the command cat shows you a file. It opens up a file for you to actually read through it. So, Kibana slash Kibana the YAML. And I'm gonna pipe that into less. Oh, come on. Let me show me now. Okay, so I figured out what was the problem. That's why I said, like, with Linux, you gotta be careful with every single thing, basically. So the problem was I didn't have the slash in front of the etc. So if you do a cat etc, it doesn't recognize the fact that I have the root folder, the root directory, which is the first slash. That's why we couldn't find it. But if you do this, you put your slash first. I'm just gonna pipe it into less because I have something I want to see. So pipe that into less. Basically, you can see that I was actually right about the port number 5601, which is what I have up here. Um, see, that's what I have up here, 5601. That's what I have. So, but that's correct. But we just need to figure out why we cannot connect to the server yet. Okay, we could close this out now. The screen. Um, Whenever you have anything like this, I think it has to do with the firewall rule. Yeah, we have to set a firewall rule basically that can allow, that port number. Um, this one, let's see. So, it's gonna be a TCP connection. Do we have TCP? Yeah. Okay. I already have that saved. TCP one all the way. So we're gonna select my IP address. Then we're gonna add that. Okay. Now that I have the firewall rule set, let's give this a try again. Let's see if we're gonna be able to connect. Oh, I think we have to actually, because I don't think this is gonna work. Let's just see. If it doesn't work, I think we need to also set the firewall rule in the VM machine itself. Yeah, it didn't work. So let's see. Okay, guys. So I'm actually gonna try and configure the firewall from the VM's terminal itself. So it's gonna be a UFW allow 5601. Okay. Now let's try this again and please, I beg you, work. It's just reloading, but I don't know. Hmm. Wait. Let's check the firewall. Let's go back. Because I have a feeling it has to just do with the firewall rule. Um, Firewall. See, it's not showing it's updated here, so let's see. It might take up to 120 seconds for this changes to apply. Okay. You just give it a few, few minutes, you know. Then we're gonna try again. Because this wasn't added before, so it could be that was the reason. Just give it a few minutes. Let's try again. Hmm. All right, I'm just going to troubleshoot, guys. I'm going to troubleshoot and get back to you guys. Oh, welcome back. So I've been basically just doing some troubleshooting, and finally I have my web GUI. If you can see right here, you can see we're connected to the server, which is the IP address 45.76.128.93 on port 5601. I'm so happy about this. You can see on the screen right now, it says configure the Elastic to get started. They're already asking for the enrollment token. Remember the enrollment token we executed and we got the strings of text basically. Well, I'm gonna basically explain what happened. Let's just log in first back because I had to like literally log out of the system. Okay, we're back in the server right now. Uh, so I think why we're having a service timeout basically was because of the firewall rules. And I think sometimes I think it's the cloud providers. I don't want to put blame on like the cloud providers, but I think there's actually something wrong going on the back end. Because if we go to the settings here and we go to the firewall, what's to manage. So this is our firewall rule basically, and I already configured this. So as you can see, it says what the rule is, action is to accept a TCP connection through ports 1 to 65535, and the source was I selected my IP, but this was the IP address popped up. I don't know if it should be so. I feel like it shouldn't be this way. I feel like when you say my IP, it should be basically the server's IP, but it comes out different for some reasons that I don't really understand. If anyone knows why it's like that, please, I would like if you could drop it in the comment section, basically. So I had to reconfigure this. I deleted the firewall rule. I had to set it up again. I just basically did the same thing, selected my IP and it gave me this. Then I also set a firewall rule basically in the terminal saying UFW allow it's a 601. I'm not going to press it anymore because I've done it already. So I configured the firewall rule also in the terminal, which also, activated the firewall rule to allow me connect through port 5601. And that is how we have our web GUI. So we're just gonna move forward, we're just gonna move forward right now since we're making progress. We're gonna take out the screen. All right, so we got the enrollment token, yeah. So we're gonna paste the enrollment token from our trusty notepad, which is this. I'm gonna copy that out, put that away. I'm gonna paste it here, you know, and put verification code. Okay, copy the code from the Kibana. So we're gonna go copy the code from or run bin slash Kibana dash to retrieve it. Okay, go to our terminal. Then we're gonna try to find the code. I think it'll be cd slash user slash share slash Kibana slash bin. Okay, then tell us. Oh yeah, so this is what we want right here. Verification code, Kibana's verification code. So I'm just going to execute that file with a dot slash Kibana dash verification. And yeah, we got the code right here. So the code is 320352. So basically that's the code we need to basically impute into the web GUI for us to move forward. And I copied this. Well, I'm just going to type it out. I think I'm just going to type it out. 320352, 320352. So it's 320352. Verify. Configure Elastic join new room and token or configure manually. Hmm. That shouldn't. That's not supposed to actually happen. I don't know if it's because we wasted so much time. I don't know if it's because actually no. Hmm. Okay. Um, I'm gonna troubleshoot again, then I'll get back to you guys. I'll just troubleshoot and get back to you. All right, guys, so we're back. I was able to just create a new enrollment token. That's all I actually literally had to do. So I just created a new enrollment token and uh pasted it back into the dashboard that had, inputting your enrollment token. The good thing was the verification code still worked the for the server basically. So I didn't need to, try and execute another verification code. So this is it. Welcome to Elastics. Now we're just gonna log in basically. Um, insert Elastic user and password. Yes, I think we have this in our notes. If we can go back to this, the generated password. I know this is the password, but what's the username? Let me see this. Uh, generated password for the Elastic using super user is this. Hmm. I know this is the password basically. So we'll copy that. But what's the username? That's what I'm not sure about. What's the username? It doesn't say what the username is. Or could the username be super user? Um, change the password. No. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna try and figure out what the username is, and I'll be. All right, guys. It wasn't much troubleshooting, honestly. The username is actually right here. If you can see this right here, it's just Elastic. That's the username. So I'm just gonna basically copy that because I'm being lazy. Paste that there and let's log in. Save. Yeah, save it. Save. So you can see we already logged in now to the Elasticsearch. This is great, guys. This is great. We're making progress with this. So this is the SIEM itself. This is what we're going to be using to, correlate all our data from our different virtual machines, that other devices we're going to have on the network. Basically, everything is going to be indigested into the SIEM, and I will basically be able to monitor all the logs, all the traffic, basically from this, platform. So yeah, add integration, explore my own. I think we're going to explore on our own, basically. You know. Um, so you can see right here, we have everything. This is it, looking very nice, fancy. I like it. I like the elk stack because I think it's one of, I don't know, it was like one thing I started with, so I like it. Um, but let's keep moving forward. So basically, we need to add a key store. So we go to alerts. I think it should be security alerts here. No, slow again. Detection engine permission. You do not have the required permission for the fail to retrieve detection engine. I think there's a configuration we need a key store. So go to SSH, then are we in the folder already? No, this is Kibana. So we're gonna say cd slash um user slash share slash Kibana slash bin. Okay, then ls. Okay, we're going to generate an encryption key. We're basically going to generate an encryption key. Um, So we're gonna say, uh, no, that's a comma, dash, encryption, autocomplete key, generate. Remember, you gotta be careful with the commands because if not, you just make mistakes. Okay. So yeah, this is what we need here. You see this bit here? That's the encryption key. And this is very important, so I'm going to copy that. I'm basically going to copy that and save in our trusty notepad. Paste out here, you know, space it down. This, okay. So now we're going to go to the key store. Let me see. LS. We have the key store here. Okay, yeah, this is the key store. Enter encryption key and saving no. Enter encryption and Kibana key store. So we're going to execute this also. Kibana dash key store. Add field name. So we're gonna add the field name. Okay. So from the notepad. Okay, so we're gonna do this for the first one. Copy that. No, you can see I'm trying to be very careful. Like I don't want to make no mistakes because quite annoying when you make a mistake and you're trying to figure out what the issue is. So you gotta be careful when doing all of this. Take your time. You know. So what's your name? Hmm. One arrow on command object. Except for manager, sorry. Okay, guys, so I basically noticed I was able to figure out what the problem was actually. So, and actually in this command you need to add odd. That's what I'm talking about. Like everything matters, like little things like this could cause an error. So now that I have add, now you can see I can enter the value basically for my encrypted saved objects. So I'm gonna copy that from the notepad, which is this, copy, and I'm gonna paste that in here. Then enter that. And we're going to repeat it basically for the other three. Copy that from the notepad. Copy. Just going to clear that. Oh, enter the value. Then we're going to do the same for the last one. Oh, Smiths, I don't need that. Paste that there. And put in the value also. Okay. I think that's it. That's it. All done. Now we're just going to restart the system. I'm just going to clear the screen first. Then system CTO. Restart. Kibana. service. Systemctl restore Kibana the service. Okay. All right. Then now that we're gonna go back to the browser and reload the page. I'm trying to make sure I don't get like any errors anymore. So let's see. Okay, so now we can log in back. I was able to reload the page, and hopefully we shouldn't get any. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, you can see we don't have the notification that actually popped up on it earlier because we just configured like the key store and everything is good. I'm gonna be taking a break right now. I'm gonna be seeing you guys on the next one. Thank you for sticking along with me. So I think what I'm gonna be doing next is basically me also trying to deploy a server for my Windows machine that I'm going to be attacking. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.